Good evening, folks. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi, and tonight we have two articles that we're talking about again. One is going to be from today, and the other one's from yesterday. And one is going to be about Marvel, and one is going to be about DC. So we're going to talk about these two articles. So our first topic we're going to talk about is Sony Spider-Man villain universe crumbles after $500 million spree as Kraven the Hunter marks its end. So Sony Spider-Verse, despite the Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, the Venomverse, then you have Madam Web, and then Morbius. For Morbius and Madam Web, they did not do well in the box office, bro. Morbius, it was a good movie, but it would have been better. It would have been better if they had Spider-Man. Madam Web, they did not really have to make Madam Web. Madam Web is a character that is from a certain multiverse line that controls all the Spider-Verse and everything. She did not have to be included in that. Now, Venom, there was 3 trilogies they did. There was a trilogy they did. Tom Hardy was a good choice to be Eddie Brock, but to introduce Venom, how they introduced him, it's not the same with Spider-Man, bro. Because if you remember in the Spider-Man comic books, Spider-Man, before Venom, before Kraven, before Morbius got their own story timeline, they were first introduced in Spider-Man comic books, bro. Like Morbius. Morbius was introduced in Amazing Spider-Man. I forgot what number issue it was, but he was introduced. Like the Punisher was first introduced in the Amazing Spider-Man. An example right there. Kraven the Hunter, Dr. Octopus, Scorpion. All those villains were introduced by Spider-Man first. You know? They try to go with the route of trying to get the Sinners of Six going, but it didn't work out. Now, I went to see Kraven the Hunter, and if you saw my review of Kraven the Hunter, I hope you guys watched it, and I hope you understand what I'm going with this. But let's talk about the article so that we can see for ourselves. After spending nearly $500 million, Sony will mercifully cancel its Spider-Man villain universe after release of Kraven the Hunter this weekend. The Wrap reported that Sony spent more than $465 million in combined production costs on the films like Morbius, Madam Web, and now Kraven. The studio also produced 3 moderately successful Venom films. With the trilogy finished, it seems like the right time for Sony to focus on the Spider-Man cinematic offerings that actually feature Spider-Man. Also, I forgot to mention that the Sony Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, I had made an article today that Beyond the Spider-Verse is not looking good. It is not looking good at all. You have an actor that Jerome that plays Miles. He has not been brought back to do his voice acting yet. And there has not been no script, no word. So there's bad news in Sony right now. So the biggest issue with the Sony Spider-Man spin-off seems to be the lack of quality control. A Sony insider told The Wrap, the movies just aren't good. The box office supports that claim with Morbius and Madam Web bobbing the spectacular franchise. Of course. I mean, like I said, Morbius was first introduced by Spider-Man. Not from himself. And neither was and Madam Web, man. Madam Web was introduced by Spider-Man. So that's something that they got to remember. Morbius grossed $167,460,961 worldwide. After two releases on a relatively small $75 million budget. Factoring in marketing costs and movie theater cuts, Sony took a big loss on the film. Madam Web performed even worse, taking in $100,498,764 On an $80 million budget, it earned less than Morbius but cost more to produce. The Venom films, which while still considered its delivered decreasing returns with each installment. Venom made $856 million on a $120 million budget. Venom Let There Be Carnage made $566 million on a $110 million budget. And then the Venom The Last Dance made $473 million on a $120 million budget. Those are not good ratings. Those are not good. The first one was better than the other two. But the third one was better than the second one. So it's like I said, dude, it just didn't make the budget. A second Sony insider told the Wrap that the studio will shift focus to Tom Holland's fourth MCU Spider-Man film. They also prioritize the Spider-Verse animated movies and develop a Spider-Noir television series featuring Nicolas Cage. Kraven the Hunter releases in theaters this week, which it released today. And analysts do not expect it to generate significant box office revenue industry. Experts estimate that Kraven will debut with a $20 million opening weekend on a $110 million budget. Now, like I said before, I saw this movie and I reviewed it. And the movie was good, but I just wish they could have introduced Spider-Man in there. It just didn't work. It's like I said, dude, if you're not a comic book fan, you will love Kraven the Hunter. It's got a good story. The characters are introduced good. But still, if you're a comic book fan, Kraven without Spider-Man, this would not be successful. But I do hope this movie does succeed, bro. I do hope this movie does succeed. But we'll see. We'll see. Sony originally planned to run these movies like an off-shot Marvel Cinematic Universe, culminating in a Sinister Six team-up film at Marvel's Avengers. It seems those hopes, along with the express sequel hopes of Kraven director J.C. Gender, have disappeared. Of course, because in the Kraven the Hunter, when I looked at the movie, there's signs that it could be a sequel, but I don't think this is going to happen. Unless this movie makes over its budget. If it makes over its budget, then there's a chance. There's a chance. But we're going to see. Like I said, dude. I wish these movies did succeed, man. But Venom, Madam Web, and Morbius, without Spider-Man, without Peter Parker, Spider-Man, it ain't going anywhere, bro. This is not going to go anywhere. And I do hope the Spider-Man, the Spider-Noir, I do hope it succeeds. Amazon better not screw that up. That I will say. All right, now let's get on to the other topic at hand with DC. And here we go. DC developing Clayface movie based on Batman villain. Okay, now, this is reminding me of Marvel. No, not just Marvel. Sony Spider-Man verse. What are they doing trying to get these villains in there? Clayface was introduced in the Batman comic books and Batman the Animated Series. Clayface did not have his origin story introduced in his own comic book. You know, so what are they going to do? They're going to make him that he got experimented and then bam-o. Now, like this, the Penguin, I liked the Penguin. It was great. But, you know, without having Batman in there, it's like weird. But to me, it was perfect. It was a good series, the Penguin. But let's talk about this. Warner Brothers and DC are actively developing a movie based on the DC villain Clayface, creating yet another Batman property that doesn't feature Batman. This move comes after the success of Mac's original series, The Penguin, which starred Colin Farrell and was set within the worlds of DC's feature, the film The Batman. The Penguin received a ton of critical praise and mainstream attention to its bold story and engaging drama. It was like a grittier, more urban version of the Sopranos. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers seems to have once again learned the wrong lesson from its win. Much like a success of The Dark Knight led to the overly greedy and dark Snyderverse, the Bugs Bunny studio has apparently decided that people want more Batman properties but don't necessarily have to see Batman in them. Recent year history wouldn't support this idea. DC has a modest success with the show Gotham, which explored the Batman world before Batman ever existed. The company followed this up with forgettable misses like Pennyworth, Titans, and Gotham Knights, all of which featured Batman characters with no Caped Crusader present. The Titans showed Bruce Wayne, but he wasn't a main character. Clayface will be written by Dr. Sleep filmmaker Mike Flanagan, according to a source close to the production, while noting it's yet known about the plot. Reports indicate that filming will begin early next year. The Batman director Matt Reeves and Lynn Harris will produce through their company Six and Idaho Productions. Clayface is a character DC has never touched in a live-action Batman movie. The villain is a down-on-his-luck actor who mutates into a sludge monster that can change his shape at will. While many believe Clayface would be a fantastic addition to a Batman movie, it's odd that DC and Warner Bros. Would decide the best way to go about bringing him in its outside a traditional Batman film. The character was a regular in Batman's Rogues Gallery in the classic cartoon Batman the Animated Series, and was even the final boss in the video game Batman Arkham City. The standalone Clayface movie was first pitched by Flanagan in 2023. He tweeted back in 2021 that he was really keen to do a standalone Clayface movie as a horror thriller trilogy. Do you think... I'm going to say this, Bo. I don't think this is a good idea. I was okay with the Penguin. But this, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know, man. I mean, if the Penguin could succeed, maybe Clayface will, but I doubt it, bro. This is different, bro. Penguin is a gangster. But Clayface, I don't know, man. I don't think this will succeed, man. But I will keep an eye on it. I will keep an eye on this and see, and maybe help you, let you guys know what's going to happen with this series. So that's going to be it for the articles. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for being in the channel. If you like this video, hit the like button, share this video, post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. All right, guys, thank you all so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.